core team behind the Spark project. We are very much dedicated to keeping Apache Spark open source and essentially making it as successful as we possibly can. And so we've brought on board a lot of strong engineers and are very much focused on the technology at this point in time.
So if you look at Hadoop and how it's evolving, you will already notice that Hadoop from 3 years ago was not the Hadoop from 2 years ago, and so on and so forth. There are two really major themes going on. One is to make Hadoop solid, and this is where MapR spends a lot of time, especially to deal with things like high availability. For example, when you have a Hadoop system where with name nodes, there are single points of failure. If the name node crashes, your Hadoop system crashes. And similar things where they're on job tracker with your MapReduce. So we spent a lot of time eliminating these issues. HA is built in. You don't have to configure it, and the system runs in a protected, no single point of failure manner. Other things that are being looked at very seriously in a lot of customer environments are things like data protection. So the great thing about Hadoop is that it does replicate your data 3 ways. So once you store the data, it is replicated to 3 nodes. If a node fails, you have the data available in other 2 nodes. What however happens is if there is a user or an application error and you write wrong data, then that wrong data also gets copied 3 ways, and there is no way to recover back the original data set. So things like true point-in-time consistent snapshots and data protection are capabilities that become important as critical data comes into your Hadoop cluster. Similarly, on data recovery, the